The humanitarian situation in Iraq is actually is what UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is calling harrowing. He has urged the international community to step up efforts to help refugees trying to escape from Islamic State fighters. Several nations are already pitching in to supply crucial supplies in the area. CCTV's Jim Spellman joins us in the newsroom with more.
Mike, lots going on in Iraq. Let's start with the humanitarian situation in the north. As we've been reporting, thousands of Yazidis, members of an ethnic minority, have been trapped on Mount Sinjar for about a week now. Some have been rescued by Kurdish fighters, but they really have nowhere to go. They've moved from Iraq into Syria and now back into the Kurdish-controlled parts of Iraq. It's a huge humanitarian crisis. The U.S. and the U.K. combined have so far conducted 14 airdrops of food, water, as well as medical supplies and equipment like solar lanterns that can also be used to charge cell phones. Many other countries, including Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Japan, Sweden, Australia, Canada, have been assisting, and now the European Union is pledging more support as well.
We are increasing our humanitarian aid to Iraq by additional €5 million, boosting our assistance for this year to €17 million. The new funding is to help hundreds of thousands of vulnerable Iraqis, including minority groups that have been besieged in the mountains of Sinjar.
And U.S. officials now say they're working with the British and the Iraqis to try to come up with a longer-term plan for all these displaced people, but no details yet, Mike.
Jim, the U.S. military has been conducting these airstrikes against the Islamic State militants since last week. How effective have they been?
The Pentagon says there have been 15 airstrikes so far, and they say all of them have hit their desired targets. The strikes have provided a chance for the Kurdish Peshmerga forces to make some progress against the IS fighters, but Kurdish military leaders say for them to really push back the Islamic State militants, they need more ammunition plus better weapons. The U.S. has now agreed to help with that by rearming the Peshmerga, probably working through the Iraqi military, and now the United States says it is considering sending more troops to assist and advise the Kurdish fighters, but U.S. officials insist there will still be no U.S. troops on the ground, combat troops, that is, Mike.
Let's talk a little bit about the international community and how they're responding to this nomination of Haider al-Abadi as Prime Minister designate in Baghdad. What are we hearing on that front?
A lot of confusion in Baghdad over what will happen next. Al-Abadi has 29 days from now to form a new government, but current Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki has said the nomination of al-Abadi is unconstitutional and has vowed to stay in office for a third term. Maliki has sent troops into the streets in Baghdad, which has made many observers wonder if he plans to use them to somehow stay in power. He has ordered them not to do anything like that, but it's still a lot of uncertainty. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon says the troops should remain neutral.
It is imperative that the security forces refrain from intervening in the political process. The people of Iraq and all of the Iraqi people need security, yet the poison of hatred and brutality is spreading.
Abadi has the support of the U.S., the UN, and others in the international community, and now Iran has been signaling support as well, which means Maliki may just be running out of options, politically at least, Mike.
All right, Jim Spellman, live from our newsroom. Thank you.